Monster Productions here live in the year 2013, December. The start of the girls' Lady Knights Junior Varsity television schedule. Tonight, the Junior Varsity Knights will face the Montville Mustangs here at Montville High School in a game that's set to start in a mere 45 seconds. Wait! The clock mysteriously jumped to 8 minutes, so we'll be set to start the first quarter in just a few minutes. As the Knights kibitz among themselves and get ready for the first game of the 2013-14 season here on the Knights Television Network. This is the Stack Monster reporting live on recorded television from Montville High School. You see Coach Katz finish up the final instructions to the players. They put their fist in the middle in a show of team solidarity. They cheer for one another and they get ready to take the court for the opening tip. Stack Monster Productions reserves the right to make many mistakes on the names, since I don't know any of the names of any of the players out on the court right now that I recollect. So we'll come back to you a little bit later in the game when I know what I'm talking about. Stay tuned for the opening tip. Girls controls the opening tip. Oh, what the heck, let's just stay live for a little bit. That way I can warm up the vocal cords, warm up the pipes. Try to get into a preseason form. We have what we like to call on Stack Monster Productions as a suitcase. A suitcase is something that they give you when you go traveling. And here's the first suitcase of the game. Montville has the ball. The Knights begin on defense. 24 forces her opponent to the middle. She kicks it back out to the perimeter. Number 23 fights around the screen where we have a nice roll to the basket, but a missed layup and 0-0. Grabs the board for the Knights. Number 15, I know that name. That must be Taylor Messino. He dumps the ball down to the left of number 22. He tries to bounce it into 0-0, but it's deflected out of bounds by the Mustangs. 1 minute into the game and no score. The Knights control. Bounce pass in, layup, rims out, Mustangs control. The Knights get back on defense. Crossover, dish to the right, number 55 takes it towards the paint, but gets it to the top of the key. Mustangs swing the ball around, looking for something inside, deflected by 0-0 from behind, and number 22 comes up with it for the Knights. Messino handles. She passes over to Montville Mustang at midcourt. Bounces it right. Drive to the basket. 4 is there. She forces another suitcase. That'll be the second suitcase of the game. .23 on the clock. No score here at Montville. I almost said Montville University. It's Montville High School. 15 is there in the help defense, forces the first suitcase of the game for the Mustangs. Coach Katz astutely points out that somebody does need to pass the ball in. Number 24 complies, Messino handles. Crosses to the left. Bounce pass in, a little wide for number 22. And number 23 is there to grab it. Bounce pass, drive into the paint. Shovel underneath in the paint, and a foul call on the Mustangs. Number 23 will go to the line for 2 shots for the Knights, looking to scratch the scoreboard for the first points of the game with 5:51 on the clock. Number 1 for the Mustangs commits the personal foul. The Knights are good on the first one. It rattles down and in and into the game. Number 2 for the Knights. I think I know that name. She's a Stack Monster. That would be Abby Stackhouse. Number 2 into the game for the Knights. 5:51 on the clock. Messino. Stackhouse confirmed the backcourt. Had a little consultation. Pro bono work by Messino. Second one is good. Knights lead, 2-0. There's a miss. Number 23 grabs the rebound. Over to Messino. Messino met at half court. She goes around her man like a butter knife through hot butter. Dishes it into number 22. Number 22, layup is no good. Rattles around, 22 gets it back. Kicks it out. Off the Stackhouse's leg, but number 24 comes up with it. 22 with a ball fake to the basket. Number 55, shacks and attacks her. And that'll be a personal foul on her. 5:22 on the clock, 2-0 Knights lead here on the Knights television network. That's the Lady Knights. Official left hand in the air, begins to count. Stackhouse takes it. First pass, picked off. 23 back. Good defense. Stackhouse comes up with the rebound. The Mustang hits the deck. She's slow to get up. Stackhouse handles. Crosses over to the left. Bounce pass to number 23. She's got an open look from downtown. Off of the back of the iron. No good. Mustangs grab the board. We have an injury timeout on the play as number 1 limps back to the huddle. We hope she's going to be okay. 5:01 on the clock. A substitution into the game for the Mustangs, replacing the injured player. Coach Katz takes a moment to discuss brief strategy powwow, however, very, very brief. And the Mustangs have the ball, trailing by 2 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tipped away. We have a foul. Number 2, Stackhouse went to get the deflected ball. Deflected by Messino. And as she went to grab the ball, she was fouled. Stackhouse takes the ball. Surveys the court. Waits for an open. She's got to get that bounce pass just a little bit stronger. Right idea, wrong execution. But Stackhouse steals it back after it was deflected by number 22. Stackhouse, a nice dish inside the number 24, off the right side of the rim, just a little wide. Good look for the Knights. They lead 2-0 with 4:14 on the clock here on the Knights television network. On the 20th, Messino intimidating the opponent, grabs the rebound after the good defense, kicks it out to Stackhouse. Stackhouse takes it up court. That's the offense. Finds number 24. She launches from long range. Just a little bit long, but she had it lined up. She had her sights set on a three-pointer. No good. Substitution in the game for the Mustangs. Coach Katz sets her defense. .350 on the clock. Mustangs look to try to score on this possession. They trail by 2-0. Knights have had a couple good looks at the basket the last couple times down the court. Just not able to convert. Good defense by number 22, who's been beast down low for the Knights on the defensive end. Stackhouse loses the handle but gets it back. 2 passes into the paint. Back out to Stackhouse. Pump fakes, takes it left, kicks it out. Back to Stack. From the corner, Stackhouse has a look. It's going to be a little bit long. What amounts to a pass, and it does not hit any rimmers. I get a little tongue-tied and mystified. But I've got my composure back. And the Hills Lady Knights have the ball back. Drive their basket, floater in the lane, rims out. Right now, the shots just aren't going down for the Lady Knights. However, they are getting good looks at the basket and they are playing solid defense. And that is a recipe for success. Stackhouse with the ball. Pulls it back. Waits for the offense to take shape. Floats it just a little high in the number 23. Hello, Stackhouse. Deflects that ball, goes into number 23. She grabs it but steps on the baseline. With 2:35 on the clock. Into the game. number 5, Maggie Rogers, who also hails from Wharton, New Jersey. That pass takes some coaching from Coach Katz. The Lady Knights, there's a layup, no good. Offensive rebound, there's a miss. Long shot, off the backboard. Rebound is grabbed by Rogers. Flies down the wing, long outlet pass by the Knights, just a little bit too far. Knights have played stellar defensively here in this game. They've yet to find the mark on the offensive end, but they're moving the ball well, getting open looks. A few corrections at halftime, and they should be just fine. The ball is just a little high off the hands of number 22, and the Knights will take control of the ball with 1:46 on the clock in the first half. Rogers set to inbound to Messino. Messino has it. Nice strong bounce pass into number 23. Gets it back out to Rogers. Rogers with a nice find in the right corner. Can it will it? Corodo Rooter, because she drained it. It was a long two-pointer as the foot was either on or just inside the line. That's the first personal foul on number 23 for the Knights. That'll be the first team foul. Right now, team fouls stand at 3 for the Mustangs and 1 for the Knights. 1:21 on the clock and the Knights lead 4-0. Rogers forces a bad pass. Good defense by Rogers. 24 comes up with it. He surveys the court, bounces it in, kicks it back out. Does Messino. 24 with a look. Far iron, offensive rebounding, going to her gluteus maximus. Number 21 throws it up and it goes down for a 6-0 lead for the Knights. And there's a suitcase for the Mustangs. Messino. 23 draws 2 defenders in, kicks it out to an open Rogers. We have a 3-second violation on the Knights. Somebody is an artist and decided to hang out with the paint just a little bit too long, and the Mustangs have it, trailing by 6. Good hustle on getting back defensively by Messino. Number 15 had a step on it for the Mustangs, but Messino busted a move, if you will, and got back defensively, and the Mustangs can get nothing out of that possession with 25.5 left on the clock. Here on the Lady Knights Television Network, this is the Stack Monster reporting. Little stutter step, and Messino blows by the defender. Rogers in the corner. She's got a look baseline. She floats it up, rattles around, doesn't go down. Deflects out of bounds off of the Knights with 9 seconds to go. Right now, you look up at the scoreboard and the Mustangs have a goose egg. Rogers with a hand in the face. Good backside defense by number 23. And the quarter will expire with the Knights leading by a score of 6-0. Here at Montville High School on the 20th of December in the home opener for both teams, opening night for the Scholastic Hoops schedule in the state of New Jersey. The boys are playing at home versus the Montville Mustangs. The JV game is going on right now as Coach Katz goes over the defense. We're going to keep talking because we don't want to hear too much of what Coach Katz is saying. We don't want the whole world to know what the strategy is for the Lady Knights. But one advantage we have here at Stack Monster Productions is I have lousy equipment, so I don't think that the audio on this equipment is quite equipped to pick up what Coach Katz is saying. But she's surely happy with a 6-0 lead, but she knows right now that the Knights could be doing better. We'll take a timeout here on the Knights Television Network and come back for second quarter action. You are listening to Stack Monster Productions. The Knights with a chant of together. When you play together as a team, 5 individuals functioning as one, good things will happen on a basketball court. And so far they have, with the Knights leading by a score of 6-0 after 1. There's a steal as she gets plowed into by a country girl from Montville. Knights will take it. Stackhouse from Rogers. There's a familiar combination from the old McKinnon-Wharton Hornets days in middle school. Stackhouse and Rogers combined last year, enabling the Hornets to have the highest win total in franchise history. Nice bounce pass over to Rogers. It was deflected out of bounds. Knights will reset with 7:36 to go in the half. Stackhouse will inbound. She waits for somebody to cut open. She gets it inside. She grabs the rebound off the deflected pass, tries to bank it in off the glass. The kiss is no good. 7.5 to go. 31 seconds elapsed here in the second quarter. Messino and Rogers were there defensively, forcing a pass. The Knights playing stifling defense. The best offense is always a good defense, to quote a cliche. Rogers in the Stackhouse. Stackhouse crosses over to the right. Bounce pass to a cutter. It's Rogers. Rogers has it. Puts the ball up in the air. Oh, it's a beautiful look inside to Messino, who finishes the play. Give the assist to Rogers. Number 22 is there. Got a piece of that ball. That's a block for number 22, who's doing damage down low. 8-0, 6:55. Stackhouse with the ball. Nice find inside. Messino had it. Got deflected from behind. It was a good defensive play. Stackhouse back defensively with Rogers. Offensive rebound for the Mustangs. This shot is off the back of the iron. It's loose down low. Number 13, I think that's one of the Catalano twins. I think that's the name. Catalano into the game, number 13, along with I'm not sure who checked in with him, maybe it was number 24. Good defense by Rogers. There's a look from the elbow off to the right for the Mustangs. Offensive rebound. Check that defensive rebound. Number 23 came up with the board. Messino bounces it in to 24. 24 from 3. Rolls off the front of the rim and out the back of the rim. 6:09 to go. Timeout on the play with 6:09 on the clock. And the Lady Knights pitching a shutout here on the Lady Knights Television Network, a subsidiary of Stack Monster Productions. We go to a commercial break with no commercial. A little late getting back to the camera as I was texting. Ladies and gentlemen, do not text and videotape at the same time. It's a dangerous combination. 5:55 on the clock. No harm, no foul, as the jump shot was missed by the Mustangs. Messino has it. Out to 23. Rogers has it. Floats it to Messino. Bounce pass into the interior. Fadeaway jumper in and out. Good ball movement by the Knights, however, gets them in good position to score some points. Those shots are going to start going down. Just give it time. In the meantime, the shutout persists. That pass goes a little bit long. Now, she could have gone in the backcourt and just caught it, but once it deflected off her hands and then she went into the backcourt, well, that's just what we like to call a backcourt violation. Oh, wait a second. Perhaps I sit corrected. I could be wrong. It's not the first time. Just ask Mrs. Stack Monster. I digress, and the Knights have the ball with 5:31 on the clock, leading 8-0. One team foul for the Knights, 4 team fouls for the Mustangs. Nobody really in danger of the bonus right now. Back out Catalano. Catalano gets control off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound by 23. She misses. A fight for the loose ball going the other way. Deflected out of bounds by the Knights. As I get a text from my man Big E Elvin Carabello, who's keeping me informed, you get first-hand information of a second-hand nature here at Stack Monster Productions. 5:02 on the clock. Mustangs handle. Messino D's up the Montville opponent, number 14. We have a double dribble by the Mustangs. Turnover. Knights have it. The JV Morris Hills boys are leading 8-2 after the first period as Coach Katz calls a timeout right here. We'll stay live in the huddle, give you a live look, a live video feed from the Lady Knights Junior Varsity huddle. A 60-second timeout for Coach Katz, who sees something that she'd like to mitigate out on the court. And there's a good vocabulary word for you out there, mitigate. It means to intervene, to try to correct, to fix. Back to the update. Hills is up 8-2 in the first period. However, Big E Elvin Carabello, my correspondent at Morris Hills High School, says there are 13 fouls between the teams. And I'm going to get back to him right now if you're interested and let him know that the Morris Hills Lady Knights freshman team crushed the Montville Mustangs freshman team. Bear with me now because I'm a slow typist.
First one on. Let's go red, let's go white. We got red on the spot. Let's go ladies.
Silence is golden, is it not? As you got a 15-second break from the Stack Monster. Lady Knights have it. They lead by a score of 8-0. There's a steal by number 14 of the Mustangs. Layup attempt is no good. Rogers is there to grab the miss. 4:39 on the clock. Messino blows by another opponent. Dish inside was deflected away. 4:29 on the clock. Number 1 tries to get into her low post, number 22. No good. Goes out of sails out of bounds. And the Knights will control. Messino takes it backcourt. They get into their offensive set. Catalano out. Cuts to the basket. Knights looking to work it inside. Being patient. There's a lane. Shot from the elbow. Off the mark. Fight for the loose ball. Down to the ground goes Catalano. They call it a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Mustangs. 0-0 back into the game for the Lady Knights. Oh, we have a text update. Look at that. One new message. Let's see what Big E has to say. Who blew who out? I guess I was ambiguous in my text. Let's see if I can text and pan left at the same time. Hills 1. That should satiate the appetite of Elvin Carabello. 3:25 on the clock. Number 0 tries to take it to the hole. She got bumped. There was no call. 3:16. John 3:16 on the clock to go in the half. As I throw a little biblical reference out at you there in television land. My television network, my rules. Thank you very much. Double 0. And speaking of zeros, that's exactly what the Montville Mustangs have on the scoreboard here in the first half. Rogers has it in the corner. She spins on her pivot foot. There's a turnover on the Knights. Mustangs have it. Number 12. Nice box out by 00 off the missed shot, and the Knights grab it. 00 doing the dirty work down low. You'll love to see that on a basketball court. Fundamentals. That's the name of the game. 2:22 on the clock. Rogers dribbles out. Top of the key. She's got a cutter, number 22. She tries to get it in. Deflected by 4, but 22 comes up with the catch. She gets hacked, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots as the shot attempt was no good. Looking to hit these 2 free throws and give the Knights a double-digit lead. 2:13 on the clock. As we have pedestrians getting ready to pass through the frame, hesitant to be seen on national television. Being so quiet so as not to disturb the free throw shooter. First one is no good. Stackhouse checks back into the game in the backcourt with 00. Messino gets a breather. Nice job by Taylor Messino, number 15. She takes a little instruction from Coach Katz. Takes a sip of blue Gatorade. Actually, it looks more like Powerade, but who's keeping track? Other than me. Second one rims out. Mustangs have it. Ball deflects out of bounds as the patient parent and her daughter pass the frame, getting over to their proper location. The Mustangs have the ball. 2:09 to go in the half. There's an open look from 3. No good. Stackhouse grabs the board. Off the long rebound. Rogers cuts out, takes the bounce pass from Stackhouse. In just a little bit high is the pass number 23. We have a suitcase. That's the second suitcase of the half for the Mustangs, as they respond in kind to the stellar defensive effort by the Lady Knights. Number 1's going to check into the game for the Knights. 00, after several excellent minutes in the game, gets a breather. We'll try to do our best to learn the names of the girls here, as we do our best to give everyone the credit they deserve. But this is kind of like pre-season for me, as I've had no off-season, no pre-season, no scrimmage to speak of. Number 22 rips it strong to the rim, gets fouled, to the line she goes. She'll go to the line. She will not pass go. She will not collect $200. But she will attempt to knock down these free throws, redeem herself. She dribbles, bounces twice, spins it, bounces twice again. Sets her sights on the basket. She has 10 seconds to shoot. Off to the left. She gets support from her teammates. Words of encouragement. She sets. Focuses. Ready. Aim. Fire. And it is just a little bit strong off the rim, but she grabs it back. As she would not be denied, we have a suitcase call. As a man goes Rambo on me to avoid, look at that, his best Rambo maneuver as he takes a seat next to his wife. Sylvester Stallone would be proud. Look at a fight for the loose ball on the floor by 2 22s. Two 22s. 22 versus 22 equals 44. Stack Monster Productions aims to strive to educate those out there. You know, addition, subtraction is no exception. Stackhouse finds Rogers. Rogers with another pass. Quick ball movement. Open look by number 23. Off the rim. Box out and a rebound by Stackhouse. Knights reset with 46 seconds on the clock in the half. Stackhouse has it. She's got to be careful. She doesn't want to have the defender line ambush. Nice pass, number 22. Stop, pop, jump stop. Doesn't drop. Ball's loose. Whistle on the play. Who did they get? Inquiring minds want to know, and so do I. Number 22 for the Mustangs. That'll be her second personal foul. That'll be the 7th team foul, as the Knights will be in a bonus here. One up the line. And it's nothing but net. We like to call it an NBN, and nothing but net. 9-0. Knights lead, 33.2 in the half. And she nails the second one. And the Knights lead by double digits, 10-0. Really, the story of the first half is defense. Anytime you go to halftime, or anywhere near halftime, and the other team doesn't have a point, there's an excellent box out and rebound by Rogers as well. As the Knights well coached and fundamentally sound, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. The offense will come. Good ball movement right there. The pass was just a little bit too deep and went out of bounds. As number 22 meanders up to Bergen County, retrieves the ball, and she's back. 9.1 on the clock. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's a steal, and we'll go to halftime with the Knights leading by a score of, you see it there, 10-0. Coach Katz must be pleased, but nevertheless, there are things to work on for the second half, to which he will now no doubt go over as the varsity players begin to prepare themselves mentally and physically for their game coming up at 7 p.m. tonight. We pan right and watch the girls exit. Stay tuned for second half action here on the Knights Television Network. This is the Stack Monster reporting. How you doing out there? Here we are for second half action here on the Lady Knights Television Network. Out on the court for the Knights, number 32, number 23, number 15, Taylor Messino, 00, and number 24. We have a kick ball out of bounds. We reset the stage with 7:48 to go here in the third quarter. The Knights lead by a score of 10-0 as they threw a shutout in the first half versus the Montville Mustangs. Montville has a look from just inside the right elbow. It's no good. Number 24 grabs the board. It's over to Messino. Messino. Over to 22. Inside the 24. She had a look inside with a pivot, but it just went off the foot. However, it went off the foot because it was deflected last touch by the Mustang. As I catch my breath. 24 was open over on the left, out by the three-point line. Get in inside the 22. She's double teamed. She kicks it back out, but not before she draws the foul.
White one, grabs. Come on, sub.
Look, we have another update from the boys' game.
That's what I thought you got.
We have an inadvertent whistle for an inadvertent timeout that never actually occurred. It was a mystery timeout, as the man with the striped shirt responds to the voices in his head. A little stutter step by 00. Nobody sees it but me. No harm, no foul. It's a good thing for the Knights, however. Nice feed inside by 22 to Messino. A little strong on the layup attempt, but the Knights get it back. Feed inside to the big. I'm hesitant to say the big man because these are ladies we're talking about, Lady Knights. However, the person that plays down low has to be referred to as the big man. As number 12, it looks like Julianne Gorgas checks into the game for the Knights. With 6:50 on the clock. Good defense. 23 goes right around that screen like it wasn't even there. Floater off the glass. And ladies and gentlemen, 2 points for the Mustangs as their fans erupt with pleasure. As we look back to the game, we see Taylor Messino, number 15, getting up from the deck. Uncertain of what transpired, Mustangs will have it. Gorgas takes her man to her right, opponent's left. Shot attempt is off the mark with 6:25 on the clock. Knights lead 10-2. They break it, Messino takes it. Out to 22. She's got somebody on the wing. Number 4 got back defensively. Taylor Messino drives, draws in the defender, and a beautiful look, just a little strong. She draws in the defender, kicks it, pass, floats a pass to number 24. No good, but the Knights still have it. Number 55 might have got a little elbow or forearm on number 22 as she tried to dribble it deep into the paint. There was no whistle, the ball went out of bounds, and the Mustangs will have it. As number 5, Rogers checks back into the game for the Knights. Gets around a weak screen. Bounce pass, 55, shot off the left, offensive board for the Mustangs. Stifling defense by Gorgas, whistle on the play. Mustangs call a timeout. 5:47 on the clock here on the Knights Television Network. We take a timeout as well, full timeout, 10-2. Knights lead. Knights will dig in on the defensive end off the timeout by the Mustangs with 5:47 to go in the third. Messino deflected it. Good defense by Messino, who deflected it off of the Mustangs player and out of bounds. And the Knights take it. Inside, Rogers gets a hand in there defensively. They got good position, and number 55 for the Mustangs commits the foul. It's a push from behind. There's a steal on the inbound, but stolen right back by number 22 for the Knights. Number 24 tries to call the play, talks to her teammate. The lane opens up like the Red Sea for an easy layup for the Knights. And ladies and gentlemen, these are the Lady Knights, clad in red. So what other sea would open up? It would have to be the parting, of course, of the Red Sea. 12-2, Knights lead by 10 with 5:19 to go. Stackhouse number 2 checks into the Knights, slaps Gorgas on the palm of the hand, and Gorgas responds in kind to her coach and the players on the bench, and action resumes on the court. Shot is off the mark. 24 grabs the rebound, looks for an outlet, finds Stackhouse. Stackhouse handles the ball at the point, up to half court, guarded by number 14. There's a reach in, but Stackhouse goes around it, finds number 24. Rogers cuts to the ball, has it, gets it inside. Tries to feed it into Messino. Ball gets kicked around and out of bounds. Knights reset, Stackhouse 1 down. The Knights shake and break. Stackhouse has 5 seconds to get it in. She goes deep to 24. 24 loses control of it, trying to get it back, goes up a little bit high, and they call it carry on her. 4:45 to go in the third. Knights by 10. Have another pedestrian, this time a young man. You see him there, ducks under the camera. We have a suitcase call on the Mustangs. Give that girl a suitcase because she's going traveling. 4:39 on the clock, 12-2. Over to 22. That's a lot of 2s. She drives strong baseline, gets fouled, and she'll head to the stripe for 2 free shots. 4:29 on the clock. Knights looking to extend a 12-2 lead. Sets for the free throw attempt. I'm all tongue-tied. There's a lot of tongue twisters here. That's the 3rd team foul of the half for the Mustangs. That's the 3rd personal foul on number 22 for the Mustangs. 2nd shot for number 22. She launches. This looks good. It's good. Nothing but net. As number 22 converts for a 13-2 lead with 4.5 to go in the third. That's another suitcase on number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pack lightly. 4:20 on the clock, 13-2. Stackhouse has it. Gets around the screen by Messino. Nothing there. She's under pressure, but she finds an outlet as number 24 curls around and takes it. Takes it back to Stack. Good aggressive defense by number 1. But Stack says, I'll just dish it out over there and run away from you. Close out the offense. Rogers to the left. Stackhouse has a lane. She stops, jump stop, off the back of the iron. No good. Good defense by Rogers as she gets back, switches positions with Messino and gets on her man, who's really a woman because this is a girls' game. We have another pedestrian. Don't worry, we've shut down the toll booth for today. You're going to be okay. There's a shot by Montville. No good. Stackhouse grabs the board, decides which direction she's going to dribble, and takes the ball up court. Nice job by Rogers coming back for that pass. Over to 22. 22 takes it right. 2 defenders. Messino takes it on the chin like a Timex. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. But the Mustangs have the ball. 3:02 on the clock. 13-2. Knights lead. Stackhouse cuts into the lane. Takes away the drive. Was in there with Rogers. As fast as I can get the words out. The play is 2 steps ahead of me. Coach Katz calls for the Knights to just slow it down, settle down, and run the offense. Try to get a good look inside the 22. There's a block. Stackhouse comes in. There's a fight for the loose ball. The tie-up results in another possession for the Knights. Number 22 takes a slap on the wrist, a slap on the arm, and she gets a well-deserved breather on the bench as she's playing her gluteus maximus off out there. Stackhouse in the corner, thinks about his shot, thinks otherwise. Tries to squeeze it into number 1, it's deflected away. That's going to be a steal by Stackhouse. Wait, it goes off the coconut. He tries to dribble out of trouble. Rogers stays in the backcourt, helps her out. Good job beating the pressure. Good teamwork by the Knights. The old Wharton connection. Oh, Stackhouse, an ill-advised pass. As number 1 was waiting in ambush. But Rogers got back there defensively. However, nice spin move by number 1 results in a bucket with 1:55 to go. There's a timeout by Coach Katz, and the Knights lead by a score of 13-4 with 1:52 on the clock in the third. We'll go live in the huddle. I will zip the lip while I check my text messages. Listen to the sweet sounds of the gymnasium.
First one, let's go red, let's go white. Here we go. Let's go red. Come on, red. Here we go.
I just finished my update to Mrs. Stack Monster and Elvin Carabello. There's a full court press. Stackhouse has it. She gets past number one. He tries to float it in. She had the right idea. Wiser words were never spoken by Coach Katz. Do not leave your feet to throw a pass. That results in what we like to call a, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, a suitcase. Ball's loose. Mustangs grab it. Number 24 boxes out, but the number 20, who has a little bit of height, was able to grab it. There's a miss. Deflected. Rogers has it. Rogers handle. Stackhouse cutting down low. Oh, there's a drive to the basket. Floater is good! A little teardrop for the Knights. Number one with the bucket. A 15-4 lead for the Thunder with 1:15 on the clock. Inside, two Mustangs collide. Stolen by Rogers. Rogers to Stackhouse. Stackhouse on the wing. Tries to squeeze it into number 23. Just a little off the mark. Might have been wise to attack the basket. See if he can get a trip to the free throw line on that play. .44 seconds to go. Number one with the shot. Rebound by the Knights. 33 seconds to go. Stackhouse with the ball. Coach Katz calls for a slowdown. 24 has it. 22 seconds to go. Over to Rogers. A screen down low by 24 as they try to work it inside. Stackhouse pulls the pack. Over to Rogers. 9 seconds to go. Rogers, number 23, pump fake off the shin bone. What we in physical therapy land like to call the tibia. With 2.4 on the clock, it'll be a wing and a prayer at the buzzer. No good. At the end of 3, the Knights lead by a score of 15-4 here at Stack Monster Productions. Lady Knights digging on defense to start the fourth. They start out with 3 Wharton girls out on the court. Number 11, Kiara Ruiz. Number 5, Maggie Rogers. And number 2, Abby Stackhouse. Number 1 and number 24, I'm not really sure where they're from, but they're playing very well. They are indeed. That's a personal foul. It'll be second team foul on the Knights with 7:41 to go in the game. Knights with an 11-point lead. As I sit here and ponder how much more comfortable my life would be right now if I had bought a nice big cold icy bottle of water with me. However, I will sit here and take one for the team as Stackhouse got pushed from behind, no call. They could have called a foul. They could also called possibly a suitcase on that. Rogers was going for the pass to Ruiz, got it deflected from behind, and the Mustangs have it off the turnover. Stackhouse Rogers defend their players 12 and 1 switch. Stackhouse on 12, Rogers on 1 now. There's an errant pass, and that'll be an unforced error on the Mustangs, and the Lady Knights will have it. He has 5 seconds. Coach Katz, sensing an impending 5-second violation, astutely calls a timeout with 6:53 on the clock and a 15-4 lead. Team fouls stand as you see at 3-2. 3 for the Mustangs, 2 for the Knights. We pan down with my squeaky, cranky old tripod, reminiscent of my knees. Coach Katz draws up a play, perhaps. Defensive strategy. A set. Or perhaps they're just discussing their Christmas Eve plans. I'm not quite sure. But most likely, it's a basketball-related endeavor. As I ramble on, randomly, as random thoughts pass through my head, I scratch my cheek because I have an itch. We take a timeout here on the Knights Television Network. The Knights retake the court with their marching orders from Coach Katz. Number 1 guards the inbound. Stackhouse floats it to Rogers. Rogers turns on the Jets. Right up the middle. Gets deflected from behind. Mustangs have the ball. Baseline drive. 2 men are there to defend. Mustangs get out to the perimeter. Shot from the left is no good. Ruiz tried to grab the rebound. It was deflected out of bounds. Mustangs have it. Look inside. The shot is short. Ruiz grabs the rebound for the Knights. There's a tie-up down low. Off the jump. Knights will have it. Stackhouse needs someone to cut back to the ball. She goes low, bounces the pass in to Rogers. Rogers gets tied up. Rogers making new friends from Montville. As number 1 and number 12 say, "Hi, I'm number 1. Hi, I'm number 12. You must be Maggie. It's nice to meet you. How about a hug? Thank you very much." Number 55 kisses it off the glass. With 6:20 on the clock. Knights can't rest on their laurels. They lead 15-6. Number 24 has it. Tries to go to the middle. Across to Stackhouse. Stackhouse dishes right to number 24. Number 24, she has a look. Jump stop, off the glass, rims out. Rebound by the Mustangs. A bobble, but they still maintain possession with 5:57. Spin move by number 1 to the rim. Layup is no good. Out of bounds, off of the Mustangs. Rogers takes it. Back to Stack. Stack up the middle. Stack gets fouled. No call. Wait, there's a late whistle. Hallelujah. I concur. Stackhouse. Bounce passes it into 14. Back out to Stack. Over to Rogers. Rogers with a look. Ball fake. She had a quick cutter to Stackhouse. Didn't see it. Number 1 has it though. From the free throw line. And it's nothing but net. The NBN, as that's 4 points for number 1. Don't know her name, but I like her game. Rogers gets back, cuts off the lane to the basket, forces a bad shot. Number 24 grabs it. Stackhouse has it. Pressure in the backcourt. Quick pass to Rogers. Rogers takes it right. Back to the left. Calls out the offense. 14 has it. She has a lane to the basket. She pulls up and banks it in. 6:42 at night, and the banks are still open here in Montville. 4:42 on the clock, 19-6. Knights lead. Deflected away, stolen by Rogers. Stolen right back by the Mustangs. .14 with the rebound, over to Stackhouse. 14. She has a look. She has a bank shot. No good. Rogers gets a hand on it, out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. Messino back into the game. Messino will inbound the ball. She has 5 seconds. She beats the clock. Reminding me of a game show from the 70s. Beat the clock. Messino had a good look. Just a little long. Knights will retain it. Number 41, Daly Langell checks into the game for the Knights. 4:03 on the clock, 19-6. Knights with a 13-point lead. Wise words by Messino. Go, 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 as Rogers gets fouled by number 1. That's the 15th foul. Third personal on number 1. 5-team fouls for the Mustangs with 4 minutes left. Knights with a commanding lead. Now it's passing to number 1, who's been a scoring machine. 4 points. Passes wide. Knights have it. Long outlet pass to number 1, who comes back and catches the Hail Mary. Good job by the Knights. There's a steal by the Mustangs. Rogers says, "You're not getting around me, you're going to have to go through me." There's a whistle on the play. Rogers with the personal. That'll be only the 13th foul on Rogers first. Messino gets some instruction from Coach Katz. Coach Katz, former star of the Morris Hills Knights girls basketball team. Back in the late 2000s, went on to star at Fairleigh Dickinson University in Madison. I had the privilege of watching her and her brother Adam Katz play both at Morris Hills and at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Coach Katz comes back home, coached the junior varsity. Under the guidance of varsity coach Janelle Jones. Three and a half minutes to go. Number 23, they whistle Knights on a 5-second violation. That's the first one of the game. Number 10 with a shot, off the mark. Messino grabs the board. Messino says, "I need some help," and help she gets in the form of number 23 for the Knights. Number 20 is there defensively. They whistle the Knights for a suitcase. 15 on the clock. One tick under John 3:16. So how many of you out there can recite verse John 3:16? Give it a shot. Give it a stab. No cheating now. 3:04. Knights in control. Bobbled by number 10 of the Mustangs. Ball goes off of the Mustangs. That's either going to be a steal or a backcourt violation. I'll take a steal. Drive hard to the basket and a finish by number 23. also would not be denied for a 21-6 lead. 3 touchdowns for the Knights and just 2 field goals for the Mustangs. 21-6. Football Reference, get it? I'm sure you did. 2:26 on the clock. As we wind down the game action, I'm going to prepare myself to take the back roads back to Rockaway, New Jersey, and Morris Hills High School, as the shot is no good by the Mustangs. Rebounded by the Knights. Get ready for the boys varsity home opener versus the Montville Mustangs. At 7 p.m. It's 6:48, so of course I'm going to miss part of that game. Try to set the lineups. Number 22, number 1, number 15, Taylor Messino, and number 13, Catalano for the Knights. As the varsity clad in the white Lady Knights pullovers with red sleeves and red shoulders. Red shorts with a red stripe down the middle and surrounded by 2 white stripes. Take their seat on the bench, prepare in 2 minutes and 13 seconds to take the court for warm-ups for the varsity game. Messino hits the free throw, 22-6. 1 out of 2 from Messino. Long 3-pointer off the rim, grabbed by 22. Messino has it. Takes it strong to the right. Was looking for a cutter, nobody was there, so she dishes back out with a big lead and 1:51 on the clock. No need to panic. I think in the wrap-up production here. Oh, we're going to steal by the Mustangs. There's a shot by number 12. No good, 1:34 on the clock. 1:26 and counting. I go for the hoodie. Messino takes the inbound. Back to number 23, 1:15 on the clock. The Knights will take home a victory here in the opening game of the 2013-14 season versus the Montville Mustangs here at the junior varsity level. Number 1 gets fouled with 1:02 on the clock. We take this time during the free throw attempt to let you know that sometime in January, the Lady Knights and the Varsity Boys Knights will be holding pancake breakfast over at Applebee's. So make sure you get your Applebee's tickets for a nice breakfast. It will be served by the boys and girls. I don't have the dates off the top of my head, but Mrs. Stackmonster, she keeps track of all that stuff. So stay tuned for further details, perhaps in a later broadcast. 1:02 on the clock. Miss on the free throw count. 22-6. Final minute of the game. Stackmonster checks his stuff. Oh, would help if I panned left with 48 seconds to go. Number 22 takes it. She's got number 1 cutting to the basket. Number 1 rattles around, doesn't go down. Catalano takes a shot to the head, no call. 22 hits the deck as it's getting a little bit chippy down low. 38 seconds to go.
We don't know.
22-6. 2 shots for the Knights. First one, rattles around, goes down for a 24-6 lead. Check that, 23-6 lead. She launches, short, on the shot, 37 seconds to go, 23-6. Cena goes for the steal, ball kicks out of bounds. Mustangs maintain with 29 on the clock. Three-point attempt, front rim, no good. 55 with the board for the Mustangs. Shot, no good, 14 seconds to go as time ticks away. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. At least that's what Steve Miller once said. Catalano has it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deflected away. And the Lady Knights escape with a 23-6 victory here at Stack Monster Productions. This is the Stack Monster saying over and out. See you at the varsity game. Bye.